Now the next topic in the simple harmonic motion topic is simple pendulum. Till now we have seen angular oscillation. So simple pendulum is an example of angular oscillation. So in angular oscillation, this is the fixed support. Okay, so this is the support which is fixed. Now this is the a string or a rope. It can be a rope, but rope is very light, inextensible, and means the size of the ball is very comparable to the size of the means the lateral size of the rope. Okay, so a sphere is a very large, okay, large surface area and length also. Okay, so T is the tension in the a string, or it can be a spring also, because a spring will also give a tension is equal to minus k into x, means opposite to the displacement x. Okay, and k is the stiffness constant or a spring constant. Okay, so tension, this is tension, so tension can be given by a spring also, but then that motion will not be a simple motion. Okay, because a spring will oscillate and this will also oscillate, so a spring cannot be here, a string should be here. Okay, so in simple pendulum we always have a string, not a spring. Okay, not a spring. Okay, so this is the fixed support, this is the string. Okay, a string or rope. This is the sphere of mass m, so this is the weight mg. Okay, this is the mean position o dash. O dash is the mean position or the equilibrium position. Okay, here the equilibrium happens, means the forces upward is tension and downwards is mg. Okay, so both vertical forces are balanced and there are no any horizontal forces. Okay, so at the equilibrium we don't have any horizontal forces, only vertical forces that are balanced. Okay, so o dash is the mean position or equilibrium position. Now theta is the angular displacement. Since it is a simple harmonic motion, that's why theta is same in both side. Okay, because displacement will be same. Okay, every time move from the mean position. Now o dash is the point of suspension or axis of rotation or oscillation. Okay, so whether it's a rotation or oscillation, but we are dealing with oscillation only, not rotation. We are dealing with here with oscillation only. So point of suspension or axis of oscillation. Okay, now the sign convention used for the angular displacement is clockwise is negative. Okay, so clockwise means this, so this clockwise. Okay, so clockwise is negative, because if you move clockwise you will move in the negative direction. Okay, if you move clockwise then you will move in the negative direction. Anti-clockwise is positive, because if you go anti-clockwise x will increase. Okay, so this is the sign convention for angular displacement. Okay, so it's written here a spring, but it will not be a spring, it will be a string. Okay, so it will be a string, not a spring. Okay, because when it will be a spring, the motion will not be simple harmonic and it will not be a simple pendulum. So change this a spring to a string, string. It's written spring, change it to string, a string or rope, very thin rope. Now to cause the simple harmonic motion, just pull it from the mean position or push it from the mean position and it will oscillate in the circular arc. Okay, this is the circular arc of radius r. When displacement is theta, time is t. Okay, means the body is just static. or at the equilibrium position. Okay, and when the time has reached from 0 to this time 0 will be at mean position. Now from if the time moves from 0 to t, the displacement will be theta. Okay. Okay. So in the previous figure, we have seen that with the string a sphere of mass m was attached with the string, which has the another end to the fixed support. Okay. Now torque due to tension T. Okay. So this is tension T, not torque. Okay. This is not torque. This is tension. Okay. Torque is capital T. So this is torque due to tension. Okay. Added tension in the string. Torque due to tension in the string T, capital T, about O will be equal to 0. Okay. O is the point of suspension or center of oscillation. Okay. So torque due to tension in the string about O is equal to 0 because R means the position vector is equal to 0 for the tension. Okay. For tension, position vector is equal to 0. Position vector from the center, position vector from the point of suspension, which is the center of oscillation. So position vector from the center of oscillation is equal to 0 for the tension in the string. That's why torque due to tension about the center of oscillation is equal to 0 because T passes through it. Okay. Now torque due to weight mg. Okay. So weight mg is acting, means the sphere is having mass m, so weight is applying mg. So restoring torque due to weight mg is equal to R into F, which is the position vector for that mg, and F is the force acting, so force applied. So mg means force applied is the mg1. So mgx, and n is means perpendicular to the plane of R and F, means position vector and force. Torque is perpendicular to that. Okay. So mgl sine theta, and L is the length of the string. Okay, that we have seen that L is the length of the string. Okay, means from the center of oscillation to the point where it has been attached with the body. Okay. So mgl sine theta, where L is the length of the string. Okay. Now this moment is clockwise. If you apply a clockwise torque, if you give external torque clockwise, then restoring torque will be anti-clockwise. Okay. So when you provide a clockwise torque, the restoring torque will be anti-clockwise. Okay. And this restoring torque will try to bring the particle to its mean position. Okay. So that's what happens in the simple harmonic motion, that when you apply the torque, the inertia force stops it. Okay, it does not allow the displacement and it opposes that torque. Okay, the body wants to be in its equilibrium position, so the simple harmonic happens. Okay, so torque is opposite to the angular displacement, and when it is linear motion, force is opposite to the displacement. Okay. Okay, so bring the particle to its mean position or equilibrium position. Now the external torque, okay, so applied torque that I was talking about means the restoring torque. We have seen that the restoring torque was anti-clockwise, and this is the applied torque or the external torque that we provide, to which the body gives restoring torque. Okay, that we have seen the restoring torque was anti-clockwise, and this external torque that we gave was clockwise. Okay, so minus mg L sine theta. Okay, from the figure. So torque, this much torque is needed to be applied to cause the motion. Okay, the motion, the simple harmonic motion that has been caused will be happening due to application of this external torque. Okay, so this external torque is needed for application to cause the motion. Okay, now these all terms are L sine theta terms. Okay, so L sine theta will not work because to be in simple harmonic motion, the torque should be proportional to angular displacement, not sine or tan with that. Okay, so not sine or tan, because it's a linear. Okay, so sine and cos will be harmonic periodic function. So tension is proportional to linear terms, not harmonic or periodic. Okay, so tension or force are proportional to linear terms. So torque is proportional to angular displacement and force is proportional to displacement. Okay, so here the torque is not proportional to the displacement, but for a small angular displacement, sine theta is approximately equals to theta, which is in radians. Okay, so theta is in radians. For motion to be simple harmonic, theta should be small, because only then sine theta will be approximately equal to theta, where theta is in radians. Okay, so motion to be in simple harmonic motion, theta should be small, because only then a periodic function sine theta will be equal to theta in radians. Now this torque is a cross product. Okay, so we should know what is cross product. So this is the cross product. Okay, that B into A means B to A means this is going outwards. Okay, so from origin to its going, this is A vector. Okay, from the origin it's going here, so this is this A vector. Now this is the B vector. Okay, so both are inclined at theta or any angle. Okay, so this is B. Okay, origin to the point. Okay, so this is the position vector B. Okay. So cross product of position vector B into A, position vector A, position vector A, position vector B into position vector A will give you this perpendicular to the plane and passing through the same point, means these three lines are concurrent ones. Okay, so these three lines are concurrent lines, and this resultant is perpendicular to the plane of A and B. Okay, so B into A is done by, cross product is done by right hand rule. So you curl your fingers from B to A, right hand rule. Okay, so right hand fingers, you curl the fingers from B to position vector A, and then thumb will direct to the torque applied by your torque or any cross product. Okay. So in torque we have radius R, means R position vector into force F. Okay, both are going from the center, both are position vectors, both force and radius are position vector, and that's the torque applied. Okay, so this is perpendicular to the plane B into A, and opposite to B into A means B cross A, cross product B cross A is A cross B. Okay, so this is A cross B, opposite to the equal and opposite. Okay, so these are equal and opposite, both are equal in magnitude but opposite in the direction. So this is the cross product, and all these three lines are concurrent. Okay. And this A and B are the position vector, means going from the center to the point, going from the center to the point. Okay, it should be like an arrow, it should be like an arrow. It has been left and to a point because I have left it. Okay, I forgot. So here just draw an arrow. Okay, so this is a line. It can be a line because if it is going far, so it can be a line also, but it's shown by an arrow because arrow has a end point and it's still going. So position vector is shown by an arrow, so make it an arrow. It has been shown as a line, you change it to arrow. Now for in the simple harmonic motion, the angular acceleration alpha is equal to torque applied by mass moment of inertia. So mass moment of inertia is equal to ml square, where L is the length, okay, effective length which is set. So torque is equal to minus of mg L theta, means T is the external torque, okay. So external torque is equal to minus of mg into L theta, because this is a simple harmonic motion, so sin theta is equal to theta is equal to minus of g into L, g by L. Okay, so g is the gravity, 9.81 meter per second square. L is the effective length. Theta is the displacement in radians. Okay, is equal to minus of omega square into theta. Okay, so omega is the angular velocity or angular frequency. Okay, so angular frequency to whole square into displacement, which is angular. Okay, so this is angular acceleration. So everything is angular. Okay, velocity is angular, displacement is angular. So this is the shown that for a this kind of arrangement. Okay, so this is a length. Okay, this is a horizontal one. So this is the beam. Okay, and in this beam, this is the mass m that has been attached in the form of a sphere. Okay, so this is a sphere having a mass m, and it is attached to a beam of length L. Okay, so moment of inertia is m into L square. So m is the mass of the sphere and L is the length from the center of oscillation, or if it is rotating, then it will be rotation. Okay, so I is equal to ml square. Now omega is equal to g by L. Okay, so omega is the angular frequency or angular velocity, but it's a simple harmonic motion, so it's a angular frequency. Okay, the unit is radian per second. Okay, so omega is the angular frequency. Now the time period of simple harmonic motion, okay, denoted by a small tp, okay, is equal to 2 pi by omega is equal to 2 pi into L by g. L is the effective length and g is the gravity, 9.81 meter per second square का under root. This is a square root. Okay, and alpha is the angular acceleration, okay, due to applied torque, capital T. Okay, so T is the applied torque, capital T is the applied torque. Okay, so simple pendulum means a sphere attached to a string, okay, which is going in a linear path. Okay, okay, so this simple harmonic motion means happens only when theta is small. Okay, so simple pendulum as a simple harmonic oscillator. So simple pendulum is nothing but a string attached with a mass in the form of a sphere. Okay, and the mass is having a small m mass and weight acting m into g, where g is the gravity. Okay, so simple pendulum as simple harmonic oscillator, okay, happens when angular displacement is very small, and this is the simple pendulum. Okay, mass m attached with a string of length L. Okay, now the angular displacement is small. This is the simple pendulum, means simple pendulum. Okay, the mass in the form of a sphere of mass a small m. Okay, attached with a string of effective length, a small l. Okay, theta is the angular displacement. So arc x is the linear displacement. So arc x is the linear displacement, which is equal to L sine theta. But when theta is very small, so sine theta becomes only theta, which is in radians. So L into theta is equal to L omega t. Omega is the angular velocity. So omega into t, and both have the same, all have the same direction. Means Rx and theta and omega all have the same direction. So direction is same because equal vectors. Okay. Now this is the mg which is acting downwards. This is the theta. Okay. Because this is theta, then this is also theta. Okay. Now along the string we have mg cos theta is acting, and tangent to the this circular arc is the mg sin theta acting. So this mg cos theta will compensate for the tension. Okay, so T will be mg cos theta, so tension will be compensated by mg cos theta, and the motion will be continued by mg sin theta. Okay, so motion will be continued by mg sin theta. Okay, so there are also two forces are acting, so this is also a projectile motion type. Okay, so in projectile also more than these two forces are acting. So this is mg sin theta and this is mg cos theta. Okay, and this is mg weight is acting. Okay. Now the tangential speed of the particle at time t, which is the instantaneous, if the x is the dx is the displacement from center. Okay, so dx is the displacement from center. So instantaneous velocity v is equal to omega into L. Okay, so omega is the angular velocity, L is the length of the string. Okay, this is a rope, a small diameter rope, and tangential acceleration, a small at, is equal to dv by dt, means change of velocity with respect to time, which is equal to double differentiation of displacement with respect to time. Okay, because because v is equal to dx by dt, so dv by dt is equal to double differentiation of x with respect to time. Okay, so is equal to minus of g sin theta, and when theta is very small, sin theta is equal to only theta, where theta is in radians. Now d square means double differentiation of x with respect to time is equal to minus of g into x into L. Okay, because theta is equal to x by L. Okay, so theta is equal to x by L, and x is shown here, arc x. Okay, where omega square is equal to under root of g by L, where omega is equal to angular frequency, or because this is SHM only, so this is angular frequency, not velocity. Okay, if it had been a rotation, then angular velocity. Okay, so if the angular velocity is given, it's also right, but angular frequency is there. Okay, so omega is the angular frequency in radian per second. Theta is the angular displacement in time t. Okay, starting from 0 to a small time t. So theta is the angular displacement is equal to omega into t. Okay, so omega is the angular frequency or angular displacement, angular velocity. Okay. Now the time period small tp is equal to 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi is the repeated distance, because this is simple harmonic motion, same distance is repeated every time and in every time. So this is repeated distance, and this is velocity. So omega is the velocity. Okay, and this is the repeated distance. Okay, which is equal to 2 pi into under root of L by G. So L is the effective length, G is the gravity, 9.81 meter per second square. Okay, so now we have seen simple pendulum. So simple pendulum was just a string attached with a mass m, and the mass m was having a shape of a sphere. Okay, so a sphere is a very simple shape, so that's why it's a simple, because everything is simple in simple pendulum. Okay, motion is linear, one dimensional. Okay, and a sphere is there, so the center of gravity is also at neutral axis. Okay, displacement in SHM is also linear. In simple harmonic motion, this is 1D, one same path every once again, so linear. Okay, so anybody that is suspended like a simple pendulum, but criteria is that body should be fastened such a way that fastening point is above center of gravity. Means center of gravity should be in the bottom. Okay, so bottom heavy should always be there. Okay, so this term was taken from the buoyancy also. So the fastening is away from the center of gravity. Okay, so if it is away from the center of gravity, you have to use parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem, because you have to find the moment of inertia. So moment of inertia, here is the mass moment of inertia, because we are concerned here with mass. Okay, so mass moment of inertia, because in angular displacement we are concerned with mass moment of inertia. It's rotation and revolution. In rotation and revolution we are concerned with mass moment of inertia. Okay, which is equal to mass into k square, where k is the radius of gyration. Okay, so this is the physical pendulum, because in simple pendulum this string was attached to the center of gravity, but here in physical pendulum it is not attached to the center of gravity, it is away from the center of gravity, but in a way that center of gravity is at the bottom. Means this is bottom heavy, means any body of mass m such that the fastening point is above the center of gravity. Okay, so this is the kind of a physical pendulum. Angular acceleration. Okay, so acceleration felt by the body due to the external torque T. Okay, both have the same direction, the external torque and this acceleration. So this is the acceleration felt by the body due to external torque T. Okay, so alpha is in direction of T. Okay, is equal to minus of omega square theta. So this is in opposite to the direction of the angular displacement. So angular acceleration is in opposite to the direction of angular displacement. That's why it's a simple harmonic motion. Now the angular velocity or angular frequency to the power whole square, means the square of the angular velocity or angular frequency, is equal to mgl. It's angular frequency only, because this is SM. We are dealing with oscillation, so we will deal with frequency only, because oscillation is dealt with frequency, not velocity. Okay, rotation and revolution are deal with velocity. Vibrations, oscillations, simple harmonic motions, these are dealt with frequency. So frequency to the power whole square is equal to, this is angular frequency omega, so this is angular frequency. So angular frequency to the whole square is equal to mgl by I. Okay, and I is the mass moment of inertia about the axis of rotation. Okay, so this is the mass moment of inertia about the axis of rotation. Okay, where I is equal to mk square. So mk square is the mass moment of inertia about the axis of rotation. So I is equal to mk square. So m is the mass of the body and k is the radius of gyration. Okay, and radius of gyration will be found by using parallel and perpendicular axis theorem. Okay, this can be used to find mass moment of inertia also, because mass moment of inertia is equal to mk square. Okay, so omega square is equal to mgl by I, where I is the mass moment of inertia about the axis of rotation, and time period a small t p is equal to 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi is the repeated distance and omega is the angular velocity, angular frequency. So angular frequency in radian per second. Okay, so this is torsional pendulum. We have seen the simple pendulum. Okay, so in simple pendulum the torque was applied. Okay, so force was mg l sin theta or mg l theta, which was acting about the center or axis of rotation. So torque was acting. Here torsion is acting. Okay, so both this mass m and the string are attached to each other, and the string will the means rod, the beam. Okay, this is a solid one. Okay, so beam will face torsion due to the angular displacement given by the disc. Okay, so this is a disc. So both are the flat disc. Okay, or solid plates which are flat. Okay, so both are discs or flat solid plates. So these flat solid plates or the disc are given torque, which is causing the angular displacement theta. So okay, so T is the applied torque or external torque. Now this is applied or external torque is in opposite to the direction of angular displacement. Okay, means equal vectors but opposite direction. Not equal vectors, magnitude are different also, but proportional. Okay, and linear means linear are there. So this is just the slope will be minus kt. So minus kt is the slope of the curve formed by the torsion or torque applied and angular displacement. So kt is the torsional stiffness. Okay, so torsional stiffness is equal to torque applied by the angular displacement, and the torque applied is in opposite to the direction of angular displacement. Okay. Now alpha experienced by the body by the application of torque capital T, which is the applied torque or external torque, is equal to T by I. Okay, so T is the torque, I is the mass moment of inertia, is equal to minus of kt theta, because kt, okay, not k. So kt torsional stiffness into displacement by mass moment of inertia I is equal to minus of omega square into theta. So omega is the angular frequency in radian per second square, and theta is the angular displacement, and this acceleration is also in opposite to the direction of theta, means angular displacement. Okay, so both this applied torque and the acceleration caused by this torque are opposed by the acceleration, opposed by the displacement. Okay, because it wants to be inertial. Everybody thinks wants to be inertial. Everybody wants to be in inertia. Okay. So angular frequency omega is equal to under root of kt by I. So kt is the stiffness constant or torsional stiffness constant, I is the mass moment of inertia. So this would be Tp, a small Tp. It has been written capital T. This is a small Tp. So a small Tp, which is the period. So period is equal to 2 pi by omega. Okay, so T pi is the repeated distance and omega is the angular frequency in radian per second, which is equal to 2 pi into I by kt. So I is the mass moment of inertia and kt is the torsional stiffness, and under root means the square root of that. So this is torsional pendulum. Now omega is equal to change in displacement is equal to change in time. Okay. So when this is angular, means this is resultant of the two angular displacement. Okay. So d theta is the resultant of two angular displacement. Now if this angular displacement in the result of two angular displacement, one position vector is the center itself, means center, then this d theta will be a position vector theta and time will be t, because it is starting from 0. So theta by t can be written for a resultant of two position vector when one position vector is theta, which is the position vector, and another position vector is the center origin. Okay, so angular velocity in radian per second omega is equal to d theta by dt is equal to 2 pi v, and the unit is radian per second. So d theta is the resultant of all displacement vectors. Okay, so this is the unit. Okay, so unit are the are also associated with magnitude also, because angular frequency or angular velocity, we are dealing with SHM, so we will deal with radian per second, and it will be frequency only. So even its angular velocity omega, in both the terms there will be a magnitude and there will be a unit. Okay, so magnitude is the scalar quantity and unit is the vector quantity. Okay, so 2 pi is the angular displacement. Okay, and v is the frequency in hertz. Okay, which is equal to 1 by second. So 2 pi is in radian and hertz in per second. Okay. So v is the frequency in hertz, which is equal to 1 by second, and Tp is the time period in seconds. Now this omega is equal to angular speed when dt is the time duration. When d theta is equal to theta, means the position vector that I have said before, when position vector is at the origin and the another position vector is at theta, then the resultant of both position vector will be d theta is equal to theta is equal to position vector. So d theta by dt is equal to omega instantaneous. Okay, means instantaneous angular frequency or instantaneous angular velocity. Okay, so we are dealing with SSM, so it should be angular frequency radian per second. When we are dealing with resultant of the two vector, position vector is not a theta vector, means a position vector, it will be another vector. Okay, so d theta by dt is equal to v average, omega average or mean average, mean omega. Okay, so omega is the angular frequency, which is the angular, means average angular frequency and mean angular frequency. Okay, now final term that we have been dealing with in minus, plus, minus, plus. So we should know position vectors. Okay, okay, so we should know position vectors. We know position vector is starting from the origin center to the point. Okay, so that's the position vector. Now, so A and B are the position vectors. So in parallel vector, two position vectors are equal. So position vector A is equal to position vector B. in such that the direction is same and the magnitude may different. Okay, both are position vector only, but the direction is same and magnitude may be different. Okay, so both are position vector and called parallel vectors when direction is same and magnitude may be different. When position vector A is equal to minus of position vector B, means direction of B is opposite to but parallel to A. Okay, means opposite to A but parallel to A also. Okay, so these are equal vectors, means direction is same, means opposite to each other and parallel to each other, and both can also have a equal magnitude also, and can also have a different magnitude also. So thank you.